Yes. Great. So if you, let me see. Fahad, did I say your name correctly? Fahad? Let's see if no, my pronounce is not so very good, and able to hear it.
Yes, yes, it's right.
Oh, thank you. And thank you very much for helping me to invite more people. Yeah, we have a lot of people here that you invited, so thank you very much. I really appreciate your help.
Welcome.
Nice. So yeah, I'm gonna I'll try to read the names. Krishna, Shailindra, Richa, Mohammed, Fahad. I already said. And yeah, so guys, I'm really sorry about my pronounce. So maybe I'm not saying your names correctly, but yeah, this is what I can do. And yeah, here I'm in the US in California, actually in the West Coast. So here is 8:58 a.m. and yeah, I'm very behind of you guys, at least 12 hours behind. So yeah, here the day is starting. I can see some sun, some clouds. Actually is a cloudy day, and I think for you guys is already night, right? Yeah, so let's see, we have 2 more minutes. Everything is okay. We are already recording. Let me see if I forgot something. I have a checklist here. Nice. Okay. 1 more minute. Okay, we have more people here. Let me see if I can find the names. This okay, Rambir, be welcome. Shriya, yeah, Shriya, be welcome too. So yeah. Okay, guys, it's 9 a.m. here in the west coast of the United States, and I think we can start. So yeah, guys, at first, oh, we have more people coming. So let me see if I have to approve someone. Oh, maybe we have someone in the waiting room or not. Let's check it. Okay. Perfect. Okay, guys, I think we can start. So I'd like to welcome all of you, and it's a pleasure for me to have this class today in this beautiful Saturday. And yeah, let me introduce myself. But before, I just like to agree with you some things here. You can ask me questions during the presentation. Okay. you can interact with me. If I can answer your questions at the moment, I'll do it. Or if in the middle of an explanation, I'll answer you after that. Okay. This is not one-way class, no. So it's very important that you guys participate, you guys ask questions, you guys correct me sometimes, because I'm 100% sure that I will make some mistakes. I'll share with you guys a real project. I'll do one part of the project here with you, live with you. So yeah, I'll make my mistakes, and hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes, and I can learn from your questions, right? Perfect. So oh, we have more people here. Let me just send the link. We have new people in the group. So for the new ones, here is the link again. Gonna put it in the description, in the group description. Okay, so here is the link. And the description is here. So okay. We are ready to start. So we have 14 people. We are good to go. Okay, guys. So let me start introducing myself, so you guys can know me a little bit more. Oh, here. Okay. I'm going to share my screen because my name is Alex. Actually, is Alexandre. I'm a guy from Brazil, but I live in the US for a long time. And yeah, I have 25 plus years in the IT industry. I already worked with databases, database as a database engineer, database architect, BI analyst. So if you guys want to know me more, and I don't intend here to talk more about me, but you can see my screen here. Here is my profile, my resume. Actually, I don't know if you guys know, but I work for TopTel. TopTel is an online IT freelancer marketplace where only 3% of the candidates are approved. So I'm very proud of that. And yeah, I can be part of this amazing team. And through TopTel, I work in different projects. Like I'm working now at a Volvo cars company. I already worked in very enterprise different companies. In SQL development, in BI development, data lake, data warehouse. So yeah, a lot of things I already did. You can see here this is me. Okay, you can see here my whole portfolio, my whole experience. So yeah, this is not the. I was forgetting. I have MBA here in the US, and I'm doing my PhD. So yeah, you guys can understand a little bit more about me. Okay, let's see. Where are you guys? I lost you. Oh, here. Okay. Okay. So before we start, could you guys tell me here in the chat what time is in your country, please? Just to understand if I'm talking with you. Oh, here. If I can see you guys. Okay, stop sharing. So let's see if for you is night, it's late at night, is afternoon. Here for me is 9 a.m. as I already told you. 9:36 p.m. in India. Okay, nice. So yeah, we are 12 and a half hours difference, right? I'm 12 and a half hours behind India. Okay, we have 20 people in the room, so I can say now that we have tens of people here. You know? Come on, guys, tell me here in the chat what time is in your country, and one more question. How are you experienced in Power BI? Are you one, you are a beginner, two, intermediate, and three, advanced or expert? Okay, so let's go back. One, beginner, two, intermediate, three, expert. Okay, so we have one, two, we have another one. Okay, two ones, one, three ones, four ones, five ones. Okay, another intermediate, another beginner. Perfect. Yeah, so I can understand you and know you a little bit more. Thank you very much for your answer. Oh, 9 p.m. in Pakistan, basics, intermediate, great. So what I will do here, I will develop with you a real project. I talked to my customer and they approved, they allowed me to show you the information that I have. And thanks for this customer. And now that I know that we have more basic and intermediate attendees here, is important. So I don't have to go very deep in some parts, or yeah, I can show you what I think you in the way that I think you guys will learn. So let me share with you another thing. If you guys want to know more about me, I already showed you my profile here. And I have another interesting thing to show you guys is here. I like to write, and I wrote this article here about ETL. This is one of the processes that we will discuss today. And yeah, this is turn chaos into profit, understanding the ETL process. This is a place and an article where I describe the whole environment of ETL, where we connect different data sources, different databases, different data formats. And you can see here all of the phases, the extraction, transformation, the loading, how you test it, some examples here. Oh, examples are here, how to log. So I'm not gonna describe all of the steps here today, but you have this link here, and I can share this link with you guys in the group. Okay, I'll do it after our presentation. And another thing that I'd like to share with you guys is why I do what I do. Okay, this is my YouTube channel. You see, I just started it. We have only 2 subscribers. I'm gonna share with you guys the link. But one of the important things here that I'd like to share with you is why I do this, why I'm here on a Saturday morning where I could be in the beach, I could be like outside with my family, and why I'm here talking about Power BI is because I believe, like I strongly believe in changing the world by transforming data into intelligence. Okay, so here you can see what I published, and yeah, is I believe in changing the world by transforming data into intelligence. Every day I work hard on it, and I do what I tell you here, guys, is what I do every day. Okay, and this is my passion. This is why I wake up every day. So I like to do this. Actually, I love to do this. I love to work with data, with numbers, with statistics, with projections, trends, forecasts, and I do my best. I really do my best here. And sometimes I do the impossible to make it happen. Okay, so this is why I do this. This is my passion, and this is what I like to share with you guys And yeah, I'll be very happy if you can share with me if you agree with this idea, this ideal that I have, that the way that I live. And if you are passionate as well, if you like to do what you do, or maybe you are just doing because you need. Okay, if you guys can share with me here in the chat, I'll be very happy to see if we are aligned or not. And if we are aligned, okay, no problem, it's good. If we are not, okay, it's not a problem. And let's see, good. Thanks for your time. And we do want to improve our knowledge. Perfect. Very good. So if you want to improve your knowledge, you are in the right place. Perfect. Okay, guys, let me show you this. What we are going to do today. Let's share this screen here. And please just let me know if you guys can see this screen, because it's the first time I'm sharing this one. Where is the chat?
Yeah, able to see your screen.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So this is my 5-step process to develop a Power BI project. And the first one is the project planning, where we discuss with the customers, we discuss with our boss or our customers inside the company, if you are an employee. And we define the foundations, we define the planning, the phases, what the expectation, and we discuss about the project. The second phase is the phase that we are going to work a lot today, is the base for everything, is the data modeling. Okay, we will load the data, we'll transform the data, and we will prepare the data for the rest of the development. The third phase is the core, are the calculations, DAX programming. I'm going to share with you a little bit about DAX today. So, but it's not the intention. And the fourth phase is where the magic happens, is where we create the reports and dashboards. And the last one is conquering the world, or delivery and automation. Okay, so all of my projects are based in this on this 5-step process. And yeah, I think we can start with our hands-on. Okay, so I'm already sharing my screen. Perfect. Let's see if we have the chat. Moaz is saying that can't see anything. Guys, can you see my screen just to make sure we are? Yeah, I think you can. You just confirm that you can. So Moaz, I think, yeah. So maybe you have a problem on your side, and yeah. What we can try to do is if you try to log in again. Okay, perfect. Let me share with you this. This is not the final version of the dashboard. Okay, this is one of the tests that I did, and I need the customer approval. But we are going on this way, where we have our dashboard with some cards in here. Sorry, some filters at the top, so we can filter our data by product. We can filter by a time date interval, relative interval, date interval, for by year and by month. Okay, this is the way that the customer wants to see the information. And here we have some cards. They are just examples like investment, sales, profit, and ROI, sorry, and some graphs showing the information. And we are going to build some part of this project today. And yeah, you can see we have some good, nice features like this one. When we put the mouse here, you can see we have, so for example, our ROI is 0.74. And I can see here that is not what they expect, because the goal is at least 1 as ROI, and we are in 0.7. So the gauge here is red. Okay, and you can see here we have total investment, and total sales. So this is good for the user. When they just go over the mouse here, they can see this information. The same thing we have here. So we have this graph by month, yeah. And you can see when I go over here, we can see the same graph. And here is red. The next day is the next month is green because we passed the goal. And you can see here we have $6,120 of total investment, and it returned 18,000 in sales. So this is what the customer will have, and they can then understand their data based on this information. Okay, guys. So, guys, if you have questions, just let me know here in the chat, okay? So let's start. How do we create this this guy here? I have a draft, so this is for my own purpose, my own use. Okay, you can see some information here. This came from the customer, and they speak Portuguese in this company, so you'll see some information in Portuguese. And this is what they have today. This is their, we can call dashboard. Yeah. So I try to replicate the same information here. So I already developed a lot of cards just to make sure I'm doing the right calculations. And here I have some notes that I discussed with them and some formulas. So this is for my own purposes. Let's start to create it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just share another screen here. Where is my screen with my here. No, this one. Come on, this screen too. Oh, okay. So here we have our a blank Power BI. Okay. So I'm gonna show you these guys. I got from this customer 4 different files. Here is one of them, is a CSV file where we have, let me see here, the traffic coming from Google and YouTube. So you can see here we have in Portuguese, okay. So we have by date some information, some conversions, impressions, and we have some tricky things here to do. Another one is, no, don't want to save. Another file is the traffic coming from Facebook. The other one is the sales file. And yeah, I don't have to show you all of the files because we don't have so much time today. And I'm going to start here loading the data. So if you are new to Power BI, this is a blank Power BI. We don't have any data yet. So we start doing this, getting data. And in this case, I'm gonna get the data from a text file, a flat text file, or a CSV file, okay? Oh, I have to go here. And yeah, let me just open my other window here where I have my notes and traffic from Google. Okay, let's start this guy here. And we probably will have the first tricky thing. Let's see. Yes, guys, remember that I showed you this file, and this is the file. As you can see here that we have all of the columns, like the date, the campaign name, the ad sets, the values. Here is working fine, correct? But why here in Power BI, I can't see the files in this format? Power BI is not getting, come on, yeah, is not reading the file correctly. Okay, this is why the reason is that because I have this file in Brazilian format, in Portuguese format, and my Power BI is in English in American format. So what I have to do here, and if you have this scenario where your customer is from a different country, you have to go here, options, okay, and you have to modify here current file regional settings, okay. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna go to Portuguese from Brazil, and yeah, now okay, I can come here, read this data, a CSV file, and now you can see we have the same format, okay. Perfect. And one more thing, as this, let me see, we are good to go. Yeah. So what I do here, we never press this load button, okay? We always need to transform the data. So you have to transform the data, and Power BI is opening now Power Query. I have here, come on, different window. Here is Power Query, where we are going to start to transform our data. Okay, guys, if you have questions, just let me know here in the chat. Let me see. Yes, I'll share the data after this the class. Okay, I'll put in our group. And which version of Power BI I'm using? I'm using, let me see, my version about here is June 2021, so 294.921, okay? So this is the last version. I just updated this week. And let's see what else. Yeah, we are recording, let me see. Yeah, we are recording, guys. So, okay. So here is Power Query. Okay, okay. As we have some beginners here, Power BI is actually a set of tools. Okay, Power BI Desktop is where we develop our reports. Power Query is where we transform the data, we work with data. So we have different tools inside the Power BI environment, okay? And here's Power Query. And in Power Query, this is an amazing tool. And we do some steps here in transforming data, okay? And one interesting thing here, we don't have Control Z here. We don't have the undo feature because it's a kind of different. I'm gonna update here something just to let you know. We have the applied steps here. So Power Query already created one step that is the source of the data, and the other one is changing type. Okay. Usually I removed changing type, but I'll not do this today. But for example, you guys can see that the first step here, I have to remove the two top lines, two top rows. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is to remove top rows. We have this feature here, remove rows, remove top rows, and I'm gonna say two rows, okay? Because I don't want the report title. So I'm gonna remove the rows. And you can see here, we have another step that is remove top rows, okay? If I made a mistake, for example, I can come here and just remove the step. We are back to the original file, okay? So let's do this again, remove our first two rows. Oh, one thing, I'm gonna change here this report as traffic from Google, right? Google, okay. Another one, we are going to do this. You guys can see that we have column 1, column 2, column 3, but we have the column titles here in the row number 1, right? So we're going to promote this, and we are use the first row as headers. So we just click here, Power BI created, Power Query created another step, and we have now our columns renamed. Okay, you can see here. Perfect. So now I can do some things. I know that I can remove some columns. So this one here, for example, is a currency. I already analyzed the data and I know that I'll not use it, so I can remove. I right click here and remove this column because I'm not gonna use it. And then I can rename the columns. So because they are in Portuguese and I don't wanna this in Portuguese. So we have date, we have campaign, okay. We have ad sets, we have conversions, and you guys will see that it's very important to keep an organized environment and to keep the right column names. Okay, we are going to merge queries after the in a few minutes, and this is very important. So the last one, oh no, we have more. So here is impressions, clicks, oops, clicks. Let me just check one thing here. And yes, and cost. Let's see what we have in the chat. Okay, the looks like now it's working fine. Perfect. Okay. So what else? And now I have one more thing. Guys, after we load traffic from Google and traffic from Facebook from different files, and you guys will understand in a few minutes, I will need to merge the queries, the tables in only one. So what I'm going to do is to create a unique identifier for each one of the files. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna use one of the best things that Power BI offers to us. I'm going to select this column, and I'm going to create a column. I'm going to add a column by example. Look at that. What? How interesting it is. This column will be called type. Okay, and I'm going to type here some examples. So in this case, I'm going to do like this. YouTube. Okay. What Power Query did? Power Query identified that YouTube is a string here in this column, and already understood that I'd like to do like this: YouTube or Google. You can see YouTube is here, Google is here, right? So this is what we do using Power Query intelligence in the background. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, we already have our Google ready. I'm gonna save and apply just to show you guys the integration between Power Query and Power BI. Okay, so I can come here and close and apply. Let's see what's going on here. Power BI is loading the data. So Power Query is sending the data to Power BI. And now you can see here we have our first table. Okay, perfect. Oh, oh man, let me see here. Guys, it looks like I'm sharing the wrong screen, right? Let me do this again. Share screen. Screen 1, screen 2, okay. Can you guys see a blank Power BI here?
Yes. Yeah, build visuals with your data, right?
Yes. So you guys didn't see my steps, right?
Yeah, now we are able to see the screen. Yeah.
Okay, but so I'm gonna review here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna review. So because it's very important that you guys understand what I did here. Okay. Can you guys see the steps right? Just to make sure we are on the same page.
Now it's visible, yeah.
Okay, so guys, just as a review, okay, I did some steps here in Power Query. And the first one, this one was generated automatically by Power Query, that is reading the files, the file that we define, is changing some data types, and then I removed these two rows here. The first two, the two top rows I removed, and you can see here we don't have it anymore. The next one, I promoted this row here, this row here as our header. So the column names will be replaced. Now we have the column names. Then I changed some data types. Actually, it was created by Power Query. He identified the right data type. And then I removed one column called currency. Then I renamed the columns, and the last step here, I created this one. I'm gonna do it again, okay? Because this is very important. I selected this campaign column, and then created in this add column from examples from the selection. I created this column called type, and then as it is a column created by example, I'm gonna type something, and Power Query actually will understand what I'm trying to do and will create a rule based on the example. So in this case, what I'm gonna do, I'd like to identify that this data is coming from YouTube, okay? What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna type YouTube, enter, and Power Query already understood that I'm talking about YouTube. And look at this. Here we have Google, okay? And he understood that I have Google here, okay? So the rule is Power BI understood what I typed and is creating like a function here automatically to understand the data and create this data type. Okay, perfect. Let me see.
Could you please repeat it again, sir?
Yes.
Please repeat it again. The last step.
Yeah.
Like similar to flash fill.
I'll do it. So okay, one more time, right? I have here in this file, just to guys understand why I'm doing here, why I'm doing this. I have one file from YouTube. Okay, this is the company sent me the data that from their Google and their YouTube channel and their Facebook account, where they have the numbers about the paid advertising. Okay, so in this case, this campaign is showing us that they had 93 conversions and they spent 179 Brazilian reais. Okay, and they had 110 clicks. What I'm trying to, what do I have to do this here? We'll have another file from Facebook traffic, and then we are going to merge them into only one in a few steps. Okay, so when I merge, I need to be able to identify the data that came from YouTube, then the data that came from Facebook. Okay, this is why I'm creating this unique identifier, so I can understand where is the data source. Perfect. So how do I do this? I was analyzing the data, and one of the ways to get it is to analyze this data here, this fields. So I'm going to select it, and then I have this feature, this option here, add column, and I'm going to create another column based column from examples. So we are going to type some examples, and Power BI artificial intelligence will understand what we are typing, and then we'll create for us this rule. Okay, guys? So I have the column selected. I'm going to come here and create from example from selection. And then Power Query is asking me, what is the rule? Okay, at first I'm gonna rename it to type. Oops. Type is the column name. Okay. And now what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna type some information to inform Power Query what I'm willing to do. So I'm gonna type here YouTube. Okay. When I press enter, Power Query will analyze all of the data that we have based on my and in what I typed. So here, enter, and you can see that Power Query understood that I want YouTube for all of the values, but here we have another one. We have Google. Why? Because Power Query understood that I'm typing a part of the whole expression, and he understood that when we have YouTube or Google, he needs to grab this part of the expression and put here in this column. Okay, and the rule is how the Power BI Power Query did it. He identified that I need a text between the delimiters in the column campaign. So the delimiters are the brackets, okay, open brackets and close brackets, but not the first appearance, the second one, that is number 1, okay? So this is why we have this column like this. I press okay, and now we have our column here. Okay, guys, is it clear?
Yeah,
now?
it's clear. Yeah. Now I understood. Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. We are going to do the same thing on Facebook file. Okay, guys? Perfect. So, and talking about Facebook, let's do this. Let's close and apply. Let's see. Now we are going to have the data back here. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get the other file. I think from Facebook is a Excel workbook here. So guys, you can see that I'm loading a CSV file. I'm loading Excel file. We can have data from a database, from a SQL server, from Oracle server, and yeah, Power BI integrates all of the different data sources. Okay, so perfect. Let's see one thing now. We have the data. Yeah, we can see Power BI already found this. And as this is an Excel workbook, we are good to go. Let me see all of the columns. Yes. Remember, don't load, but transform data. We are back to Power Query. The first thing to do here, I'm gonna rename traffic Facebook. Nice. And here, what I can do, you can see that Power Query already did some steps, not only the search and navigation, but he promoted headers. So we already have the column names and changed some types. Okay, what I'm going to do here is to remove some columns like yeah, we don't need this column, neither this column. I select all of them. Oh, I clicked here and control click, I select more than one. Okay, and then remove columns because we don't need it. And to rename the data, I'm gonna do this. Let me see if I can copy here. So I don't have to do this to type all of them, and I just typed here. Let me see if you know it will not work because I made a mistake, so I just removed and we are good. I removed the step, we are good. So I'm gonna remove the columns. And now, as I couldn't copy paste here, okay, date, campaign. It's very important to keep the same name from the other one, ad set. Let me see, ad set, yeah. So here we have costs. We have impressions. Then clicks and conversions. Nice. Let me just check one thing. We have conversions. Yes. Okay, guys. So here we are, Facebook, and remember we have to create our new column from example. Let's do the same thing. From selection, type, and here we have Facebook. But this is important. Remember that Power Query didn't actually Power Query couldn't understand what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll provide more information. Facebook, and then he understood that, okay, this guy is trying to use this fixed expression for each one of the columns. Okay, I'm gonna type okay, and then we are good on Facebook. Let me see in the chat. Oh yeah, thank you very much. I could copy, but yeah, I didn't. Yeah, now I already learned one thing. Thank you very much. So we are good here in our Facebook, and now we are going to merge the queries. Okay, merge the tables, because it's really hard to work with different tables. So we have to make a union, and it's crazy. So let's do this. Let's create one column called traffic, and we are gonna use this feature here. That is merge queries. Okay, merge queries as new. Perfect. We are going to, oh no, sorry. It's append queries as new. Yeah, and we are going to use traffic Google, traffic Facebook, to tables, and okay, let's see what will happen here. We have another table with all of the columns. You can see we have data from YouTube and from Facebook. So both tables are were merged, appended actually, and we have all of them in only one. Okay. Oh, this is important. I'd like to show you guys one thing. I'm going to remove this step. Okay. And imagine if I don't have the same column names. I'm going to rename this one for date X. Okay. And then we have date and date X. What is going what do you guys think is will happen here when I append the queries? Let's see.
We'll have two different columns.
Two different columns. Let's see what will happen here. Google, Facebook, okay, and here we are, dates and okay, campaign, okay, but now what we have here, date X. So Power Query was unable to understand that date and date X are the same, so he created two different columns. Okay, this is why we have to pay attention and be careful about the names. Okay, guys. Yeah, so let's go back. Here I'm gonna remove this step, and then let's append queries. Oh, append as new. Google, Facebook. I don't know why I select Google at first. Actually, I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna rename it to traffic. And then we had one interesting thing. remember, okay, when I click here, close and apply, let's see what will happen in Power BI. So Power Query is sending the data to Power BI, right? You can see here. Nice. But do you guys agree with me that we don't need traffic Facebook and traffic Google? We are going to use only this new table called traffic, right? So what we are, but Power Query is sending the whole data to Power BI. We don't need it. What we are going to do, we're going to transform the data again. When I click transform data, I open Power Query, and then I'm going to right click here and uncheck enable load with this. Okay, possible data loss. Okay, what is going on here? Power Query will stop sending the data to Power BI from traffic Google and from traffic Facebook, but we'll still sending the data from traffic. Let's check it. So close and apply. And now let's wait a little. What you can see here, we have only traffic data. Okay, this is interesting to save storage space and to not like to create a confusion. Maybe some a developer will use the wrong data. Okay, perfect. We have traffic from Facebook, traffic from Google. Let's load another file. That is our last file, as far as I remember. That is the sales. So what we have here, sales, yeah, is a CSV file, perfect. And here we have something interesting, it's already working. Yeah, one of the things that sometimes happen, guys, is that we have file origin is not right setup. So sometimes we have like these Unicode, for example. What happens is I have a different data format and I can have problems in the future. So in this case, I'm going to use ETF8. Where is the ETF8? Again, here. Okay, looks like we are good to go. Yeah, transform data. And this one is a more complex file because we have a lot of columns. Yes. First thing to do. Oh, you can see here the Power Query understood here. Our first row is header. Yeah, already promoted it. Perfect. We are gonna rename some columns, and I have here. Let's see if I can use this one here. Yeah, looks like it works. Okay, renamed column, removed columns. Let me remove some columns like this one here. Now I'm going to select more columns to remove. This one, another column that I already know is this one here. We're going to remove. What else? What else? This one here. Control click, I select more columns. And what else? This one here. I'm gonna, here is interesting. I can use remove columns, or I can select the other one. Oh, I just lost my selection. And I can select some columns and remove other columns. So I'll just keep the one selected, okay? And guys, I'm just removed my selection. So let's see what I have to do here is to select this one, another one, SKU, and currency. Yeah, let's remove 1, 2. 3, 4, 5 column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. Yes. Now I'm gonna replace some. Oh, here is interesting. What I have is, let me see if I have questions. No, we are good. Here you can see we have to analyze the data sometimes. So here in data, oh, I didn't rename these columns here, guys. Just one thing. I'm gonna rename some columns. I'm gonna start a new step by renaming this one. And then I'll try to copy the code that I have from my example. Let's see if it will work. Yes, it worked. Nice. So we already have the right names. And now I'm gonna analyze one thing here. In the column payment date, where is payment date? Here you can see that we have some wrong numbers, like Power BI, Power Query didn't transform it to dates. Why? Because we have these dashes here, these symbols that they don't configure a right data. What we are going to do here, we are going to replace the data. So I come here, replace values. Sometimes we have to do this, okay? Or we ask the customer to modify it in the source, or we have to do. So we're going to replace this by no, but by nothing. So, okay, you can see now that we have this guy, okay, and now we can ask Power BI to change the type to date and time, date and time. Now we are good. Okay, guys, perfect. Yeah, so we are good to go here. Our steps are good. Okay. And now, if you got, do you guys have questions until now? Let me see. I don't see in the chat. If you guys have questions or if I'm going too fast or too slow, please let me know, because here we are together in the same boat, you know. So I'd like to do this as you guys prefer. While you think, let me change the name that I forgot. And one of the things that you can see here is like this, talking about the data modeling. We have a scenario here is in this sales file, as you can see, we have so many information from different things, like not just related to sales, but in this case, we have product, for example. And yeah, we have, and we don't have this a products table yet. Don't you guys think that we need to have a products table? We have to generate what we call, this is interesting, in Power BI, or in when we are talking about data warehouse, that we are creating a small data warehouse here, we have two different types of table, dimension tables and fact tables. Fact tables is our sales, where we have this date and we have all of the transactions. And we have the dimension tables, where we have our products, our customers, you know, data that they are not transactions. Okay, so what we are going to do here, we are going to generate our table from based on this one. Okay, so we are going to duplicate the sales table. Okay, duplicate. I'm gonna rename it to products. And then, this is interesting, I'm going to select the only information that I have from product is this one, okay? I'm going to select, right-click, and remove all of the other columns. Perfect. Now we have only product. And now I'm going to remove the duplicates, okay? Remove duplicates. Oh, I think we lost something here. because looks like, let me see if we have product, we have, yeah, something is not, okay, let's continue, but I think we lost some data here, okay? And now we have only the product name, right? We have to create a key. We have to create the product ID. This is very interesting to do. So we come here, add column, index column starting from 1. Look at that. We have a product code, a product ID for each one of the products, okay? I'm gonna rename it product ID. And one thing that I like to do is to move it to the beginning. Perfect. Now we have our products table. What we have to do now? We have to go back to sales table, to the sales table, and connect, relate sales with products, okay? And how can we do this? Do you guys have an idea in how we connect to different tables here in Power Query? Let's see if you guys have, or if you have no idea, please, right here, no idea, just to make sure you guys are listening me and we are together, you are following what I'm doing here. Yeah, because it's very important, guys, that you participate here, that you are following me, and we are on the same page.
Yeah, and now that we have to make a data model relation, one-to-many relation.
Yes, but here in Power Query, which command or which operation or which step do you think we have to use?
The product need to be related with sales again for this thing.
Perfect. Let's do this. So what we have here now, we have two different tables, right? As you said, we have sales and we have products. But how do we connect the tables? Let's do this. I'm gonna come here, home, and merge queries. Okay. How? I'm gonna select sales. I have sales and products. Okay. But how can we connect them? We have to make the first connection using the information that we need in both tables. So product here and product name here, okay? And then we can see the selection matches 86 of 86 rows. We're good to go. And now what do we want to do? We want to bring the product ID from products into sales. And you understand what I'm trying to say here, okay? I pressed OK, and now we have this table, but we have to click here in the, we can call arrows, yeah, here, and I'm gonna say, okay, bring me only product ID from product to sales, okay, but don't use original column name as a prefix. I don't want it. When I press OK, look at here, we have all of the product IDs, so we can relate the, as our colleague said, we have to create a one-to-many relationship, and now we have product ID in both tables. Okay, guys? But we have to do another step. We have to remove our product column from sales because we already have it in the products table. And one thing, you can see that we have many times the same string, like, I don't know, 30, 40 characters here, using like many times. We can remove it. We are going to save space and processing time. Okay, so what you can see here is that, let's close and apply, and let's see if this is working. Probably we will have one error here. Oh, we didn't have, yeah, okay, we are good. So you can see here, Power Query already created this one-to-many relationship, okay? We are good, we are almost there. The last operation that we have to do is to go back to transforming data. And now, do you guys agree that here on sales, we have customer information, like customer name and all of the customer email and other information? Okay, let's do the same thing. Duplicate the sales, rename it to customers. What's going on here? Customers, remove first all the queries or steps. So let's see. Removed columns. We can remove this step. Oh, okay. Removed columns. We are going step by step, and we can see that. Oh, yeah. Here we have a problem. We can just remove this step. Okay, I don't know why it happened, but it happened, and sometimes we have to work with some problems. Okay, so what we are going to do here, we are going to select the customer data. Customer data. Where are you? Here. Customer name, customer email, phone. We have a lot of data from customer type, doc, address, number, and complement, district, zip code, city, IPGE, that's probably is a procedure code, and state. Okay, we are gonna remove the other columns. So we only have here customer. And now you can see that we have some duplicated values like this one. This guy is the same. So let's remove duplicates. Let's select both columns, customer name and customer email, because we can have a customer with the same name. Okay, but it's very hard to find customer name with so the email must be unique. Okay, I'm gonna select and remove duplicates. Nice. And now remember that we created our key, our product key. Let's create here index column starting from 1. And now we have at the end here, I'm gonna right click and move to beginning. Okay. Okay, we have our customer ID here. Oh, customer ID. Perfect. And now we can come here in sales and do the same thing, the merge queries that we did in the step before, right? So here, I'm gonna merge queries. Let's see if it will work fine. Sales and customers. And now we have to select customer name. And if you if you control click, you can see that you can select more than one column. Okay, this is very interesting, guys. And I know a lot of experienced developers, they don't know they can do this. So we select 2 columns, more than 1 column from one table, and here we select the same thing. And you can see here we have matches. We are good. And okay, let's do this. Another thing, click in the arrows, and we have all of the columns here. We don't want it. We just want customer ID, not use the original column prefix. And here we are. We have our customer ID, right? So let's remove the customer columns. Oh, what I did here. Customer columns are here. Come on. Customer name. What else? Customer email, phone, customer doc. Guys, if I'm going fast, please let me know. Address, number, complement, district, zip, all of the data that we already have, and state. Okay, remove columns. Perfect. And here we are. Good to go. So close and apply. And here, let's see. Just wait. Mhm. Now we can see we have customers, we have products, we have sales, and we have traffic. So let's see in our data model. Customers. Let me see here. We have sales, we have customer, we have traffic. Let me organize this. You can see that Power Query already created our relationships. So let me do this. Traffic, sales, and products here, and customers. Okay, we already have it. So what we have here, guys, we have our dimension tables, product and customers. We have our fact tables, traffic and sales, right? We have relationships. So one customer can have more than one sales, right? One sale must be for only one customer. And products, we have many products, and one product can be, well, like one sale is made for only one product at a time. Okay, okay, guys. Now I have a question for you. How can we connect two fact tables, sales and traffic? Because we have sales by day and we have traffic by day. How can we connect and to understand, hey, I made like we sold $1,000 here in this day, and then we invested $500 in traffic, so our profit is 500. How can I connect two fact tables? Do you guys know? While I have my coffee here. Okay, we have what we call date table. This is very common in BI projects. If you are not familiar with data warehouses, let me see. We have a question. Cascading parameter. Not exactly this, Mohammed. I'm gonna show you how we do all data warehouse. Fahad has no idea. So, guys, one of the things, please ask me if you don't understand. Okay, when you have no idea, it means that you are seeing it for the first time. And when I saw for the first time, I had no idea what's going on. I was like this, hey man, this is crazy, I don't understand. And then I wrote down my notes and I reviewed it, and then I learned. Okay, so it's very simple, don't worry about it. I'm going to explain step by step here. We use in BI projects, in data warehouses, we use what we call a date table. Is a table with all of the dates from our database. Because in BI projects, when we are talking about reports and dashboards, we always use time frame variables. We are always analyzing data like sales per date, sales per month, last year sales, or how many people we hired last month. So we are always using time frames, okay? And we need to use a specific dates table to make sure we are using the data, the dates correctly, and we use it as a dimension table. We always use dimension table to filter data in our data warehouse. Okay, so bear with me here, guys. If you have a project where you don't have a date table, I can say 99.999% of the cases your project is going to fail. Okay, so you need a date table. Okay, I don't remember seeing a case where we don't need a date table. So how do we create it? It's very simple. I'm here in Power BI. Okay, I'm gonna create here in modeling. I'm gonna create a new table. And then look, I'm gonna create a very simple one. Then I'll show you a more complex. Let's do it. Dates table equals to calendar auto. What is here. Power BI will read our whole database, all of the dates columns, date columns, and will pull the minimum date, the start date from our database, and the last date. Okay, what's going on here? Enter. Let's see. Power BI created this dates table. And when I come here and see the dates table, you can see that we have our date from January 1st, 2020. That is our first date in the database. And the last one is December 31st, 2021. Okay? This is, we just have to create it. What I have here, and I will share with you guys after our class, is this here. Control. I have a more complex dates table. Okay, I'm still using calendar auto, so I'm using the same function. The only thing is that I am creating more columns. Okay, and as you are getting experience in in BI projects, you are going to create more columns as I did here. Okay, I'll share with you guys this code. Don't worry about it. Press enter. You can see that now we have the same table, but many other columns here. Okay, and now there's one part that I like to do, like this column here. You can see that we have this format, time and date time. Okay, I like to transform it to dates, and the format is this one. Okay, you don't have to do this, but it's very interesting when you do. Okay, perfect. So what do we have here? Let me see, Mohammed, Fahad, did you guys understand what I did here, how I created the date table?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so now that we have this date table, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just reposition in here. I'm gonna create relationships so I can connect. For example, here in traffic, we have this column dates, and I'm just drag and drop here to date table. Okay, one too many. So I can have more like traffic from Google, from Facebook, from YouTube at the same day. And we have, yeah, please.
Yeah, this calendar function which you have mentioned, it will automatically pick up the table. No, the thing is, it will go through all the database tables, and it is the minimum and maximum. It will create auto. No, we need to do any further steps.
Actually, what
I couldn't follow that. Actually, the date table you have created. So in that calendar function DAX, this is called a what do you call that? DAX or something like so. That calendar function, it picks up automatically both the ends, minimum as well as. Here's the data table.
I'll go back and create it again, because it's very important that you guys understand what I did here. And let me go back and create like date table equals to calendar auto. We have two different functions here in Power BI. Okay, the first one, calendar, is where I inform the date, a start date and end date. So I have to inform. So for example, I'd like to generate dates from, I don't know, maybe 2010 to 2025. Okay, so I can inform here manually. Okay, start date and end date. What
I mean to say that the range is given by manually you are giving the range.
Yeah, so I can inform here, 2015 is not the right format, okay? 01, sorry, 0101. Oh, come on. And end date 2025 0101. Okay, something like that. But if I use the other function called calendar auto, what it means, I can inform the fiscal year and year and month, or I can just ask Power BI, please go to my whole database, take pull all of the dates columns and analyze for me the minimum dates and the maximum dates. Okay, so in our case, Power BI identified that we have the minimum date is in 2020 and the maximum date is 2021. Okay, what Power BI do in this case? It understands that it's very dangerous to have a partial year, so it creates the whole year for 2020 and the whole year for 2021. Okay, so in this case, if I press and enter here, Power BI creates a date from January 1st from 2020 to December 31st, 2021. Is it clear now, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can do it manually or automatically.
Okay.
And if you have, for example, if I have only one sale in 2015, for example, Power BI will find the minimum year is 2015. It will compose like January 1st, 2015. And the maximum date is 2021. So it will create the whole date is like 365 days for each one of the years from 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. So 7 years of information automatically. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna just use my function. So guys, just remember, I'm using the same function here. It's not complex. Okay. The only thing is that I'm using these add columns, and I'm creating more function, more columns. Okay, perfect. So now that we have here our dates, let's go back. And yeah, this is why I have I have this relationship between dates and traffic. And now I have to create dates and sales. But here we have a problem. You can see here in sales that, just one thing, guys, I forgot. When I have a date table, I have to right click in the dates and mark as date value, okay, and mark as date table. Then I'll inform Power BI which date is like I'm using dates, okay, and press OK. So Power BI now knows that this is our drive table for dates. Okay, so going back here, sorry, I have sales, and you can see, guys, that we have creation dates, payment dates, credit dates. Oh my God, we have a lot of dates. And we are not allowed to have more than one relationship between the same tables in Power BI. So for example, creation date, okay? I'm going to drag and drop and create this relationship. Perfect. It's created, one too many. And now I have credit date. Let's try to create. You can see that we have dashes here. I don't know how to zoom it. Let me see. You can see we have dashes because this relationship is not active, and I cannot make this relation active. You can't because an active set is already created. Okay, because so we don't. We can create it, but we can use it. In other classes, I can teach you guys how to use relationship function to use more than one. But in this case, what we are going to do, I can keep it, it's not a problem, but I just want to remove and remove. And I already discussed it with my customer, and he told me to use this one here. That is a payment dates. Okay, so we have payment date. Great, we have relationship. And now you can understand if I'd like to see in one day what was the traffic, how much I invested in traffic, and see the sales. We can do this because we have this date table that is joining both fact tables. Okay, we need to refresh calendar every year. No, Mohammed, we don't need. The only thing that we have to do when we refresh the data here, okay, let me go back. Okay, here, when we refresh here, it recreates all of our tables. Okay, guys, so we are good to go. We are almost there. We have all our information, and let's see if it's working. And just to make sure, we are not going to create all of the dashboard here. I'm just want to make sure our data is working fine. Okay, so if you are new to Power BI, follow me here because we are going to do nice things. And yeah, we have a table. I'm going to create this table here. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create month, as I told you guys, I created the more columns. So I have year, month, you can see here all of the months, right? And now I can, so traffic, let me see, the investment is here. So I can drag and drop. You can see here. Oh, let me increase a little bit. Is values here 18 maybe? Yeah. So you can see here we have the amount of investment per month, right? Oh, it's not. Yeah, is order correctly? And now let's get the sales. So let's see. Sale, net sale. Okay, let's do this. Oh man, it's not working. And now, can you guys see? We don't have sales for by month. What's going on here? Do you guys have an idea what happened?
Maybe data type mismatch, like
yeah, but we related payment dates, and let's see here in sales payment date. Oh, we have dates. We have payment dates. What's going on here? The problem, guys, is that we have a date time a type here, and in our date table we have date, and we can it will never match. So what we can do? We can come here in the sales table and transform it to date, but we are going to lose the time of the sale. That I don't like to do this. Or we can transform we can create another column and transforming the data. Okay, so what you can do, we don't have to go back to sorry, we don't have to write code for that. What we can do, we can, and this is just one solution. Okay, the easiest one, we can go back to transform data or to Power Query. Here in sales, I can create another column, is payment date. Yeah, payment date. So we can right click, sorry, not right click, select, add column from example, from selection. No, not this. I'm gonna duplicate the column, sorry guys. And then I'm gonna use here, let's see, sale date, sale date. Okay, and then I'm gonna replace it by only dates. Okay, close and apply. Let's see, Power BI is working for us. Perfect. Let's see. Yeah, we have sale date. We can transform the. Okay, at first, let me go back. let me create this relationship. Let me modify. I'm going to delete it. And now I'm going to create based on the new column. Sale date, right? To create sale date. Yeah, sale date is here. Drag and drop. Let's see. And now let's see if it works. We only have sale for June. Okay, we don't have, if you guys see here, payment date, sale date, June. So we don't have sale for June. Okay, and yeah, we have June. Let me do this. We have year month. Let's remove year month and use date. Okay, use day here. So you can see we have sales by date, by day. Okay, guys. Yeah. So what I have to do. So now that we have the data working fine, we can just create like a. Let's duplicate this and transform to maybe like this one. Now you can see we have our. We just created a graph based on the table. Okay, guys, let me see. Do you have any questions so far? Do you have any, like, would you like me to go back and explain another thing again? Don't worry about what I showed you here, guys. I'm gonna share with you all of the files that I used, okay? And I'll just have to find a way to share, maybe in the group. And yeah, if you guys don't have questions, I have a question for you. Do you remember that I showed you this this guy here? Oh, come on, where are you? This guy here. Yeah. Do you remember that I showed you this? Probably it will be the final version of the report. So what do you think? Would you guys learn how to develop a dashboard like this, and where we can select product, we can select, for example, in this case here, let me see, show me the last 3 months. Let's see. You can see all of the data is filtered. And for example, here on April, let's see one more information. Oh, our ROI was expecting to be 1 and was only 0.26 because we invested $15,900 and we sold 20K in sales. So it's red. In May, we have 0.5. In June, we have 0.6. So let me see, 6 months behind. Here is red, here is almost green. Yeah. So would you guys like to learn how to do this guy here? Let me know. Let me know here if you guys want to know how to create the same thing. Let's see. Come on, guys, we're so quiet. Yes, oh yes, we want to know, perfect. Guys, do you authorize me here to tell you about a program that I have where I teach from scratch how to get this dashboard here and many other ones? Do you authorize me to tell you about that? Just to make sure, I already told you how to import data, how to create the relationship, how to prepare your foundation. So our goal for today is already done. And yeah, I just need you to know if you authorize me to talk about it. Yeah, the color scheme was really appealing. Yeah, so and honestly, I didn't like this scheme. Okay, I have more colorful ones, and but yeah, we have to follow the customers. Like I like to use more vivid colors, and yeah. So guys, what I have to do to you now. I have this, it's very interesting because I've been working in this market for 25 plus years, and I already saw a lot of good developers, but they don't, they are good, they are not good in selling themselves, like in finding good jobs or good customers if they are consultants. And based on that, I created a program very interesting because I already had many interviews during my life, and I already worked as an employee, as employer, as consultant. I already found uh, uh, um, many startup companies, and I just found another one here in the US now. And I created this program. Let me just see one thing. Oh, okay. And then I created this program. It's called Your Dream Customer or Your Dream Job. How to find it if you are a Power BI developer. What does it mean? What I see is people struggling to, at first, learn a lot of Power BI and DAX and data modeling. And well, it takes time, 3, 6 months, 1 year sometimes. And then they are like crossing fingers and hey, let's see the open jobs now. What are companies looking for? Oh, this company just opened some positions. I'll apply to them. And then you have many competitors. You have many developers doing the same thing, right? Don't you guys see the same scenario in your lives? Probably yes. How I could pass in this top-tail process that only 3% of the professionals are approved. How could I find, for example, this BI position at Volvo and another companies? I know 100% that I'm not the best Power BI developer in the world. There are a lot of guys much better than me in DAX programming, in design, in visuals, in data modeling, and so I got approved, I got accepted in many processes where I was not the best guy because I prepared myself. I do my personal marketing. I do I sell myself. I understand how to ignore the competitors. Like I can, the best thing, I choose the companies where I'd like to work for. I'm not a guy who waits for the market to open positions. No, I do my network. I do my relationship. I look. These are the top 10 companies that I'd like to work for them in maybe 30 days or 60 days, even if they don't have opening positions. Okay, they are not looking to hire someone. Okay, so I do like this. I choose the companies that I'd like to work for, and then after a few weeks or a few months, I'm working there because I create the scenario. I do all of the things that I have to do to show them, hey, you need to hire me. And I remember one interview that I had. It was like this. I had this interview scheduled, and I was kind of nervous, I confess. And I start researching about the company and the person who was interviewing me. And then I realized that this person was from the marketing department. And then what I did, I created a dashboard based on marketing. And then when I was talking to this person, I was not talking about, hey, you know, I'm very good in data modeling. I know how to create measures index. I know how to, no, I was not talking about technical things. I was showing, hey, do you know that in the last project that I worked on, I helped this company to save $200,000 in this and this and this. And I showed them that they were losing money in this and that and that. And then I created to them a scenario simulator where they could predict the future. And the person was, how did you do that? Let me show you this. I showed my dashboard and we simulate, hey, if you increase your Facebook ads cost by 3%, what will happen in your final results? You know, we were discussing about business, not about technical things. And as I did the dashboard, the person understood that I'm very good technically speaking. Okay. Then after that, it is interesting because this person, when I finished, my how can I say, not my manager, but the guy who the account manager called me and asked me like this, hey, what did you do in this interview? And I was like, oh my God, I screwed up. What did I do? I don't know. And then he said, hey, this person is like, she needs to hire you. She needs you because you did this, and you demonstrate that you can follow, you can talk to her about business, you can talk to her about how to find solutions. And she was expecting someone who was would speak technically with her. And what you did was talking about business. And then I had the days after, I had this interview with her boss, and I did the same thing. I talked about it, and I was like, hey, this guy, he's a director, so his boss is a CEO, right? Or the head of the company. And then some guys asked me some technical things about database, about tax, and I answered. And I said, hey, I'd like to ask you, this guy, the director, one thing. And I asked, and he said, yeah, okay, shoot. I said, when you have a meeting with your boss, the company CEO, it happens like that he asks you questions that you don't have the answers, and you don't have the right tools to provide the answers. And he was like, yes, it happens a lot. And I have to go to my team, my managers, my developers, and they have to create it. And I promise, like, okay, I can provide you this information in the next meeting. And I said, and what do you think about you have a tool that you can type in English your questions, and the system provides you the answers? And he was like, what? Let me show you this. And I showed this guy this feature from Power BI where you can type in your questions, and you have as the result a graph for the information, like, for example, amount of sales from last month based on product A, B, and C, for example. And he was like, oh my God, how did you do that? And I said, I can tell you, no problem, but the goal here is to explain to you in business terms. So we were talking in high level, okay? This is what I teach you guys in this program. How do you choose the companies that you want to work for? How you contact the person that you are interested to work for? And then how you position yourself during the interview, during the process. And after that, the thing is, this company will need to hire you. You know, it was not like you asking the company to hire you. They will their desire will be, hey, I need to have this guy in my team. I need to hire this guy to create this project. Okay, so this is the project that let me stop sharing that you can guys see me. So this is the program that I have to offer you guys. And yeah, the program is like this: 4 weeks where we have lives like this one, but we go deeper. We talk about how you promote yourself, how you market yourself, how you sell yourself, how you learn how to do, how to create your portfolio, how you learn to create some DEX measures, some data modeling, load data. So everything that you need to be a good Power BI developer. You will not be a an expert Power BI developer in 30 days. I'm sorry to tell you, but this is impossible. Not impossible, but it's very rare, and I'm not promising you this. But what I'm promising you is that in 30 days, you will be able to choose the companies that you would like to work for. For example, if you would like to work for, let me see, one big company here in the US, AT&T, for example, and they are not hiring Power BI developers. It's not a problem. I will teach you guys how to find the right ways to show what you do, show how good you are, and create in the in AT&T managers this desire to have you in the team. Okay, so if you guys wanna be part of this program, I can paste here. Oh, I don't have the link. I'll paste here the link. So, oh, another thing, guys. It's not just buy your ticket and be accepted in the program. Let me get it, guys. You have to apply, okay, based on your description, your information. I'm gonna analyze your information, and then after the application, I can approve you or not. Okay, is here is the link. So you guys can, okay, you guys, if you think you are good to, and is your moment for that, you can apply. Don't worry about the information you are sharing with me. I'm going to analyze your information, and after that, I'm going to reply you with yeah, you are approved or you are not approved. And yeah, if you are in a moment where we can work together at this moment, okay? So, oh, sorry, I think I sent a direct message. Oh, yeah. I think here is the link, guys. Sorry. So if you like to apply, you don't have to pay for that, you know, to apply, only if you are approved. And then, yeah, is what I'm doing here. Okay, this is the first time that I'm teaching this program in this format, so the value is very, very affordable. And just to let you guys know, okay, I don't like to talk about it, but this program is I sell it for, it will be sold for 1,000 American dollars in maybe 2 or 3 months, and after that it goes to 2,500 American dollars. So this is a pilot that I'm doing now. You are the guys who, we can call you the founders if you apply and got approved. And yeah, it will be my pleasure to have you guys working with me for 30 days, 1 live per week. And between the lives, we have all the contact. You have contact directly with me. And for sure, you are going to learn Power BI. You are going to learn personal marketing, selling yourself, and all of the things that you need to get your dream job. Okay, guys, do you have questions? Let me see. Yeah, into the chats. No questions? Okay, guys, so yeah, I know it's late for some of you. Like here is 10:46 a.m. So for some of you, it's now almost midnight, right? Okay, guys. If you don't have questions, yeah, I'm gonna finish here. I'm gonna provide you the links, all of the information that I shared. And oh, you have a question? Let me see. I forgot your. Okay, if in chart we have one value very high, and because of that, other is show very small. How to resolve? So Mohammed, what we do, like you can use a second axis. So for example, you have one, let me see, sales per month. So we have like millions of dollars, and we have quantity of sales, the number of sales. Like why we have $5 million in sales per month, we have 1,000 sales. You can't compare, you can't have in the same graph 5 million and 1,000. It will be it's impossible to see. Like the lowest values will be only a flat line below your graph. So what you can do, or you divide in two different graphs, or the other solution is to create another axis. So you have one axis as in millions, and another one in thousands. You know, this is, but I'm not sure. Not all of the cases it will work fine having two axes. Sometimes you have to create two different reports. Okay. Did I answer your question, Mohammed? Oh, Fahad, thank you, man. It's good to see that you like the session. And guys, did you enjoy the session? Please be honest with me, okay? You can say good things, you can say bad things, but just one thing: be honest, okay? So yes, you got it. Yes, good. And guys, let me ask you one last question. Did you did you like the program that I told you about? Do you think it can help you? Oh, Mohammed got many answers from today. Wow, this is great, man! You made my day. I'm here to answer your questions. Okay, I'm here to make you guys a better Power BI developers, better employees, employers, or better professionals. So, do you guys think this program can help you? And be honest, okay? You can say no, you can say yes, you can explain why. If you guys want to open your microphone, okay? Sorry, I just had this message. Okay, you can do it. You know, this room is ours, not only mine. Okay, guys, if you don't have more questions, we are good to go. Yeah, let's see, no more messages here. Okay, perfect, guys. Thank you very much for attending this class. And yeah, let's keep in touch in the group. And if you have questions, you can send me private messages or in the group. Okay. Thank you very much. Take care and see you in the next session. Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye.